Hi, Mrs. Kundra for IELTS Without Effort and ex-IELTS examiner. See, I'm also a Cambridge University examiner and I have 35 years of teaching experience. So whatever comes in my channel is going to be authentic. It's really going to help you to move from 5 to a 7 surely, but provided you just practice these things and adhere to them. So today we'll be talking the problems that you face while reading. So there are some of the basic things that you should know. Now, what are the basic things? First thing is that you should know what questions come in order. So if you know that these questions are going to come in order, so if I found one question, the second, I mean the one that will be coming after that will be before after the previous one. So it won't be before that. So if you have found the answer to one question, question number say 1, the second is going to come after that in the passage. So that is called coming in order. So sometimes you have to choose one word, that is the missing word. These questions will come in order. So maybe you are asked to choose more than two words. Now more than two words means it could be one, right? And it could be two. This you should understand. Then always you have difficulty with true, false, not given, which I'll address in my later video. That are always in order. But I will explain at the end which are the exceptions. So true, false, and not given are always in order. And then you ask me that, ma'am, can I write T, F, or NG? Yes, you can write, and you must write so that you can save time. Again, then yes, no, and not given. See, they are in order. But mind you, there is an exception. The questions that are coming at the end of the section, and if they are yes, no, not given, they won't be in order. So that is an exception. Be mindful of that. Of course, when you are asked to complete the sentences, complete each sentence with a correct ending, they will give you a question like that, and that is also in order. I hope you understand that if you have come to know any one of the ending, see, if you come to know, so there are 4, so you come to know the third, so you will know where to find the second. So try and do this trick. It is not compulsory that you should just find out the first one and then go to the second one. See, in this way, what you're going to do, you're going to lose on time. So the main culprit here is time management. So this is how you're going to do quickly. Just try to find out from that sentence endings which one you are able to find quickly, and then you will know this is before or this is after. So like that. Then there are multiple questions with 3 or 4 options. Be careful what I am now saying. Multiple questions with 3 or 4 options, and you have to choose only one. So if you are to choose only one, they will come in order. And sometimes, you are lucky enough, they will tell you that in paragraph 1, what does the writer wants to say or whatever, like that, they will tell you. Or they will, you will get a particular word in the MCQs. I'm just telling you how to solve the MCQs, you know. And if you come to know that suppose they've given a year, okay, 1941. So the year cannot change. So in those 4-5 questions of multiple choice, if you find one question, then you would know the other two are before this and that one is after this, because of that particular word, 1940. Whatever, it could be a place, it could be a name. These things do not change. They can't change the year, they can't change the name. Obviously, it is very clear. They can just play around the other things, but they can't play around the year, name, place. It's a common sense. So just use your common sense and this tip, and you will come to know where to go and search your answer. And once you come to know where you have to go and search your answer, then you should have a close reading. Now, what is close reading, ma'am? Okay, in a passage, you come to know the answer is in the 3rd line. So what you will do? You will read the sentence before, after, and that sentence very nicely. Okay? I'm now telling you how to find the answer quickly, right? And now you are going to look for the keyword. Of course, they won't give you the keyword as it is, because then how are they going to, just upgrade the difficulty? So you will try and find the synonym of the keyword in the question. Of course, this you should know, that you should underline all the keywords, and they are going to be synonyms, and they are not going to a kind of put the word there and not change it. It is not like that. In the question, if it is something, then it will be a synonym of their question. So in this manner, you will find your answer. So multiple choice, sentence endings, yes, no, true, false, not given, missing words, all these 5s come in order. So the trick, again I am saying, is once you come to know which any of the question in this, you will know whether the rest are before or after that. So it becomes easy. The time management becomes very easy. Now, the questions, of course, that do not come in order, like match the information question. Like they will say, choose the correct heading for each section from the list of headings below. I'll deal with these questions one by one in the other videos, but this is how you can go from a 5 to a 7. You should know this basic, that information questions are not going to be coming in order, and then don't try to do that. And you people do it. Please don't do that. You're wasting your time. Then matching paragraphs. Which paragraph or section contains the following information? So you have to choose a paragraph. It could be any paragraph, and the question is given. So you have to match that question with any 4 or 5 or 6 paragraphs that they are given. Then matching information. Match each statement with the correct dash dash. Now that could be anything. Now the main thing that I told you, there is a difference In the multiple choice questions, where there are 5 answers and you have to choose 2. So, what is the difference here between the multiple choice questions where there you have to choose only one? Here, they will say that you have to choose the 2 correct answers, choose letters from A to E, something like that. So, whenever you have given 5 options with 2 correct, they will not come in order. Such multiple choice questions do not come in order. Please note that. Don't get carried away that, of course, they are going to be in order. Now, the catch which I wanted to tell you is that the questions at the end of the reading section, that is the passage 3, they are sometimes not in order. Suppose you go to passage 3 and you find questions like yes, no, and not given. And naturally, you say, oh, they will be in order. Mind you, they are not in order. They want to just upgrade the difficulty. The yes, no, or not given, or true, false at the end of the reading test are likely not to be ordered. So you will have to read the whole passage. Okay, so that is a catch here, which I told you I'll be telling you. This is an exception. Please note and save this video because it's going to help you in reading. Now, the main thing is your time management. How to do it? I'll tell you a practical way, right? How to do the time management in your reading. That is why you are, see, on average, the child is getting 5. That is the, evidence that is collected. And meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it, hit the icon button so that you will get authentic tips from an ex-IELTS examiner and for free. I really want to help you because I have been into this line for 35 years and I have taught. And this is the time to give back to the society. There are people who cannot, I know, there are a lot of IELTS examiners, of course ex-IELTS examiners, those who are teaching, but nobody teaches personally. I do take personal classes. You can just contact me. But this series of videos are for the people, those who want to study from an ex-IELTS examiner or a person of good repute and experience, and they are not able to do that. So let's come to the time management. Like, this is a problem faced by number of students. See, what IELTS is going, first you have to understand the psychology. How are they going to make the test difficult? They can only make it difficult if they constrain the time. The time given is less. See, ideal time, what I would suggest is that for the first passage, please see that you do it within 18 minutes. Second, you can devote 20, and for the third, you can devote 25. But mind you, keep some time for your guesswork. See, there is no negative marking, right? If you do not know an answer, whatever appeals to you, just go for it. Don't leave any answer unanswered. Whatever appeals to you. Sometimes, of course, I know most of you who are stuck at 5, 5.5, every mark matters. And this is especially for them. Of course, for the others also, you will not leave any answer unanswered. Clear? Now, how to do time management at home? What you are going to do is, first of all, like I'll tell you how to go about it, right? First of all, you will, read, take a mock test, and try to find out what questions do you find difficult, and try to only practice those questions. So mostly it is going to be yes, no, this is, and statistics, it is going to be a yes, no, or it is going to be a, multiple choice, or it is going to match information. It's okay. Everybody has these problems. Even you can say a good ardent reader, he would also have those problems. So don't get, first of all, don't get, saying that, oh, I am not able to do it. It is a problem being faced with everybody, and you're not alone, right? So that is what I'm saying, that you must work on your weak questions, right? First, you don't have to time yourself. Now, this I'm telling you, when your, say, test is approaching, and you know already what kind of questions are there, you have practiced, you have worked on your weaknesses, everything you have done, then keep that clock, digital clock before you, and start doing the reading section. So when the clock reaches or clocks 18 minutes, leave the first passage. Of course, I generally advise that you should do the first passage first, sorry for the slip of the tongue, because this is extempo and I'm not going to edit. So the first passage should be done first. But there is one or two students which I, taught, and they said that they wanted a different strategy. They wanted to do the passage 3 first. See, now depends. If you are not very good, so you must do the passage 1. But if you are aiming for 7 plus, that means you have a hold on the language, then you can have this strategy of doing the part 3 first. But then it depends, because they say, ma'am, I've taught them, so they say, ma'am, first I can do easily, but let me first concentrate on the part 3 because it takes more time. So it's okay. See, people saying that this is the way, that is the way, no, it doesn't work like that. Everyone is different, and this is especially for the people, those who are stuck at 5. I would like to say them that you do the part 1, passage 1 first. So I think there are actually 13 questions. See that at least 12 you are able to do them properly. You should be assured that my 12 out of 3 are correct in order to reach your desired band score. So even if you're not able to do passage 1, then it is going to be difficult, and it's okay. Then try doing the passage 1, only the passage 1. Suppose you're getting only 3 or 4 right in passage 1, or only 5 right, and after some times you start getting 9 right. Don't stop on that. Just try to get at least 12 or 11 right. Please, I'm not going to tell you that, of course, if you're getting 9 right, it is okay. No. So that is one passage where you can score tremendously. It can just go up. And the second part, of course, is tricky. Now, those who are stuck at 5, what will they do? The second part is, ma'am, tricky. The third part is long. It is regarding some science. So, when you have practiced, I've just deviated, but when you have practiced in part 2, you already know, okay, I can do the fill-ups. They are my plus. And then there could be other questions. Mostly they are the fill-ups that are, you are finding it easy. So there could be other questions also where you find it easy. So you can, from that passage too, you can only do those questions, type of questions I'm referring to, which you find easy. Suppose I am finding it, the fill-ups are easy. So I will only do from part 2, that is the passage 2, the fill-ups first. Similarly, any other question which you are finding easy, that depends upon the student. And then when you go to part 3, again, if you are, very comfortable with the fill-ups, it's okay. You can do them first. There is no fast and, rule like that. I'm sorry for the slip. Like, oh, I have to do the first and the second. No. You identify what type of questions are your forte or you're good at. And then after doing the passage 1, in part 2 and in part 3, do those first. And then you can address the others. You can see, one tip I will give you, which generally from my experience I find, especially in yes, no and not given questions, one will be yes, one would be no, and one would be not given. So if you are not able to find out the answers, so you can write, you come to know that one has to be generally, I'm not saying that it is 100%, it is just a prediction that mostly it is like that based on my experience. So you can mark, like, suppose, now this is a tip I am giving you, those who are seeing at the end of my this video. What are you going to do is, like in the part 3 you have yes, no and not given. Oh, and ma'am told me that these are not in order. So leave it out, especially those who are not going for that 8-band kind of thing, because this video is for them. You can just mark all of them either yes or either no or either not given. At least 1 or 2, depending on your luck, they would be right. So without reading the passage, the last question, which it is yes, no, and it is not going to be in order, it is not feasible for you to go through whole the passage and then answer. So just write a yes or a no or a not given. So if there are 5, maybe you get 2 right, maybe you get 1 right, maybe you get, I don't know. So it depends upon your luck. But the only thing is, don't leave anything unanswered in your reading test. So I'm coming to that point because this is for 5.5 band to 7. So you practice at home with 1 hour, okay? You practice. So with 1 hour you could do this. So now you do it differently. When you have practice and all that, keep that stopwatch before you. And it should keep ticking, like that you find in your exam. Let that feeling of this thing having an exam come. And when it reaches 18, just leave the questions which you have not answered. Just leave those questions. And then When you come to a passage 2, as soon as you come to the 20 minutes, the you know the stopwatch, it gives you 20 minutes, okay, then you leave the questions, just penalize yourself, say that I could not do it in time. And then to the third also, as soon as the stopwatch comes to that 25 minutes, leave it and try and see how many questions are left unanswered. See, when you will penalize yourself at home, you need to study hard, you penalize yourself. So you are facing a real exam situation at home itself, which is a very good thing. See, if you are saying that with some tips or tricks you can answer some questions, it may, that trick may work one answer or in two answers. That is why you are stuck at 5. I may tell you, the people, those who are stuck at 5, 5.5, or for that matter even 6, they are relying too much on the tricks and the tips. You need to understand the basics. I think I have been able to solve some of your problems relating to reading. And please save this video. And once again, I request you that these are very authentic tips. And if you follow them, I assure you that you will get a higher band. You will improve tremendously. One last request, don't keep giving test after test without bothering to look at your weaknesses. I'll be telling you why and how you can analyze your weaknesses, but you will burn out. There are so many students, that those who have come to me, and I feel very sorry for them, that they have given their tests quite a lot of times, and they've not been able to clear because they've not been guided properly. So my guidance to you is, don't keep giving test after test blindly. Hold on, analyze your weakness, analyze where you are going wrong, and then you can give. See, for that matter, if you give even 10 mock tests, you take 10 mock tests, many institutes are offering you those mock tests. What is the use? You're not analyzing what is your weakness. See, to some extent, you have to analyze your mistakes. In the institutes, I know there are a lot of students, and it's difficult for them to pay attention to everybody. It may be difficult, see, but why don't you work on your weaknesses yourself? Try to analyze your questions and then go to the institute and ask that this is the thing that I'm facing, and please, you must guide, right? So try to help yourself. See, you got to help yourself. Nobody is going to help you you can, what I say my students, that you can take the horse to drink water, but you can't make it drink. So I can just, here also, it's my sincere request that you must do the way I'm telling you, and it is coming for free, and it is coming from my 35 experience of teaching English. I've also a Punjab University examiner, and you can rely on these tips. See, I'm not bragging, but you can really depend on this channel for getting free authentic material. So don't forget to press that icon button, subscribe it, and I want your likes. And if you think, oh ma'am, this point was not correct, put it in the comments. I will reply to you definitely. Okay, so that answer would come. If you have any problem regarding the reading, you can please ask. Though I will be making more of them where I'll be explaining you even more in detail, right? So thank you and all the best for your test, and come out in flying colors. Believe in yourself. You are the best, right? And don't give up. Keep going. Blessings.